Welcome back to Studio Chatter. A wife, mother, drill team coach, and a full-time dentist. Our next guest knows how to keep busy. Welcome Dr. Rachel Shaw to the Chatter.
Well, thank you.
Wow,
Welcome.
that is quite a lot.
Impressive.
There is a lot.
How do you feel? Overwhelmed when you hear that sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. And then sometimes I'm like, am I doing everything the best I can?
No, there's no way we can.
Yeah,
but we
you're
think,
right.
we always
Yeah,
think that, I think,
for
as
sure.
women, it's like, am I giving 110% in every
Yeah.
area?
Yes, for sure.
Well, I'd love to know how all of that kind of came together. So in reading your bio, it sounds like you come from a family of dentists.
Yes, yeah, there's
So
a lot of
is that
dentists.
kind of how it started? Or was there pressure? Like, so everyone else is a dentist, like you have to be a dentist too.
So in my undergrad, I really wanted to be a doctor, actually.
Okay.
And my dad is a dentist, and so he was always in the back of my head saying, oh, you can be a dentist though, Rachel, you can be a dentist. And I'm like, you know what, I really want to be a doctor. And then something switched. I was signing up for the MCAT to become a doctor, and I was like, oh, had a terrible feeling.
Really?
So then I stopped, but I always wanted to be a drill team coach, actually. So I thought maybe be a biology,
Wow.
like a biology teacher.
Okay.
But then one of my professors was like, Rachel, I just feel like you will go on and do something in like the medical field. And I'm like, why did you say that? So then my dad kept saying, you could always be a dentist. You could always be a dentist. And so I think all along I wanted to be a dentist, but I was kind of fighting it because my brother's a dentist, my uncle's a dentist. There's just a bunch of us, and I hated just following the path of everyone else. But
Wow.
I love it. So I
Okay.
think it was always there. I just was kind of like pushing it aside. Yeah.
So how long have you been practicing as a dentist?
5.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
yes.
fun.
Yeah.
And are you full-time?
I am
part-time?
4 days a week, and so as dentists, that's what we call full time. I mean, everyone
that's
else.
a full load, though.
Yeah, it is. Thursdays are my day off, which I like a lot.
Okay.
It's a nice
What do you
day
do
to
on
have.
your day off? Meditate?
Drill team stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of drill team stuff, and then hang out with my kids mostly. Like nothing gets done around the house just because I don't ever have like that good quality time with my kids. So I try to focus on them during that day.
So
Wow.
you said you have 2 kids, one of
2
which is a
kids.
newborn.
Yes, yeah, he's
Okay.
5 months old, and then I have a little 3-year-old who is very busy. He's pretty crazy.
Wow.
But yes.
So how did the two come together though? So a dentist, and then where does the drill team coaching
Come
figure
along.
into the
All this stuff. So when I was in dental school, I actually was looking at different places where I could coach up here. I knew I was coming back to like the Springville, Spanish Fork area, so I looked at different high schools. And then when I was here for a year, the Spanish Fork coach opened up, and I actually didn't tell my husband I was applying for it. I just was like, I'm just gonna see if they'll let me.
Yeah.
Because I thought being a dentist, they would be like, oh no, there's no way you can have time to be a coach and a dentist. But with drill team, it's nice because it's usually before school, and so I can do it before work, and then there's some days where we do it after school, but we just make it work as a coaching staff. So I applied for it, and then it was actually Dave McKee that was the principal at the time. He called me that night, was like, well, you have it. And I was like, oh no, now I have to tell my husband. But all along I've always wanted to do a drill team coach. Like that was like my dream ever since I was in 5th grade, actually.
So you've been a dancer all along also.
Yeah. I grew up in
Wow.
Vernal, and so I was on the drill team out there.
Okay.
And my sisters were all on the drill team, and it's just been like a love of mine ever since I saw my sister take state when I was in 5th grade. I thought to myself, yeah, I want to be a drill team coach.
That is so awesome. Okay, so
Yeah.
switching gears back to the dental practice.
Yes.
So COVID has obviously presented a few challenges.
Yeah.
What has been some of the most challenging things during COVID?
I think at first everyone was a little precautious of what could happen if we like worked on someone who had it but didn't know they had it. So I think there was a lot of kind of like a scare, a fear involved in it. But then there's also that like need that there's a lot of patients out there that had a lot of emergencies during the first like month where we were shut down with like hygienists and things. We were just seeing emergencies. And there's that also that feeling inside like I'm someone here that can help them, and I have to do my job because there's a lot of people in pain. And we saw a lot of people that we've never seen before that like their dentist had closed down, and so they were in lots of pain, so they'd come in and we saw all sorts of different things that we have never seen before. But yeah, the fear at first, and I was pregnant at the time, so there was a couple of like thoughts in my mind, like, oh. But I mean, I've been working through it, and it's like none of our staff has caught it from a patient. There's been some family interactions, but nothing from like being at work. So we're pretty good with our PPE. We're making sure that we're wearing masks and washing our hands. But yeah, I think that fear at first was the hardest. And then I think patients wondering, like, is it safe to come to the dentist? And we definitely take all the precautions that is most possible. And I think we have to kind of still think that it is important to keep our health up through this time.
Sure.
Even though it's kind of a difficult time for sure. So just making sure they're getting their checkups to make sure that there's nothing going on.
So you've just recently opened the new practice. Was that started? That was already in play pre-COVID, or how did that happen?
Yeah, actually, so I've been working in the Springville office for about 5 years, and when I was pregnant with my first son, I told them, I was like, I really want to open, and they kind of came to me as well. We kind of came jointly that we want to open another practice, and I said Spanish Fork would be awesome. I've always dreamed of like working and living in the same city kind of thing, and so it's been in the works for like 3 years.
Oh,
and so
then it's just lined up. So how did you choose your location? Because you have prime real estate.
Yes, yeah, we really looked into that. There's like 3 different options that we looked into in Spanish Fork. And this one just seemed to kind of fall into place. The other ones, like different things were happening. It was taking longer to get it open, and we wanted to open it sooner, and this spot opened up.
Share with our viewers where your location is.
So it is just by the new Lowe's, just south of the new Lowe's, just kitty corner to the hospital, the new hospital. That's not quite open yet.
That is really great real estate.
Yeah.
So, and what month did you actually open?
September 1st was our first.
So you're just new.
Yes, yeah, just a couple months open.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And that one's Spanish Fork Dentistry?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
and
it's
then the
just
other one's Springville Dentistry.
Yes, exactly. Like it's just an extension. So the doctors that own the Springville office own the Spanish Fork office, and I work in it.
That's awesome. Wow. Busy.
Yes.
Now, what sorts of things do you offer at this practice? General dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, pediatric, all the things?
Yes.
All the things, okay.
We do wisdom teeth, and we do IV sedation with the wisdom teeth. We do implants, a lot
whitening.
of whitening, yes, a lot of cosmetic dentistry. That's like one of my favorite things to do.
Is it?
Cosmetic dentistry, yes, yeah.
You have gorgeous teeth.
Well, thank you, yes. And then pediatrics, I love little kids. So we see a lot of little kids. I think it's because I'm a female. Some kids prefer females over males. I don't know if that's true, but that's how I feel a little bit. I see the kids do.
So you're the only
better.
dentist at that spot?
I am on every day but Thursday. So my day off, Dr. Marshall from the Springville office comes over and works one day there.
Oh, and how many hygienists are there?
There is 2 there on a couple days, and then 1 on the other days.
And do you want to expand ever and bring any more ones in?
I think just as the practice builds, if there's a need for another dentist, we'll bring another dentist in.
I want to quickly ask, how many women dentists were in your school?
So actually a lot in my class.
Really?
So there's about 40% of us that were females in my class.
Wow.
Yeah. There's actually another one from Utah, which is kind of intriguing. She didn't come back to Utah. So not a lot come to Utah.
Okay.
A lot go other places.
But nationally, it seems like the ratio is increasing with women dentists.
Most, like at the University of Utah, they just told us in a dental meeting we had, it's about 40 and 60 as well. So
I'm just shocked because I don't know that I know a woman dentist. I've heard of one other one. I mean, I'm sure they're out there. I just know a friend that said, oh yeah, my friend's a dentist. I'm like, oh, I don't know a woman dentist. So this is so cool.
Yeah, it is. I think in Utah it's just not as common in other places. Yeah, I actually never had met one before I went to dental school. So yeah.
Well, that's super awesome. You're obviously super driven. I think it said that you had graduated in your top 1%. You're on all of the American, the American Board of Dentistry, the Utah Board of Dentistry, the LDS Board of Dentistry. Yeah. Like all of these amazing statistics.
Good job.
And you're the drill coach.
And I'm the drill,
Which
so
they
she
have
never
been doing
sleeps.
Awesome. So
So we're lucky to have you in Spanish Fork. That's super, super cool. Congratulations
good luck
on
this
the new
season.
practice.
Well,
that could be a tricky season with drill as well.
Yes.
So
for sure.
Good luck.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Thanks.
Next on Studio Chatter, it's just about time to talk fashion. Stay with us.